Hey, where are you guys at, man? 4th in San Antonio. Okay, on my way. All right. Hey guys, welcome to, how's it going? Welcome to the live. We are at the farmer's market right now, but that's not where we're gonna be for the rest of today. We are actually heading to a march taking place right on the other side of this beautiful farmer's market. It's a Save the Children's March with a lot of lowriders and other individuals who will be participating in this particular march.
What are you marching for?
I believe it's a Save the Children's March.
Wonderful. Okay. Good deal. What kind of children?
Huh?
What kind of children, you know?
What kind of children? I think it's all children that you know, have been hurt, but
cancer, you know, it's a lot of different causes.
that's true.
Yeah.
I'm gonna actually ask the organizers to confirm.
It's all good, man. Good luck today.
I think we all have the questions. Thank you. Likewise. So, Save the Children and a bunch of lowriders here. Good morning, beautiful people. I love you all, just so you know. I really care about you, and I hope that we're all doing well today. So, some really nice cars here. How's it going? Check it out. Can I ask you some questions on camera?
Ask me the questions first now so I can be prepared.
No, I just want to know what the Save the Children's March is all about, and you know, why we got the cars out here and stuff. How's it going?
How you living, Hiram?
I'm living well.
Good to see you again, dude.
Likewise. So, did you tell us that?
Sorry?
Like, why you came out here? What is the Save the Children's March and stuff? Like,
Okay. Yeah. Give me just a second though.
yeah,
Hold on.
yeah,
Let
gotcha,
me just,
gotcha.
Compose myself because I wasn't prepared to be in front of a camera.
Hiram, see, I'm never prepared to talk to him. Remember last time?
I do. I remember. Y'all always do great though. People say they don't, but you guys do a really good job of explaining what's happening.
Thanks. People in the comments section did not like us. They didn't like me and Little Justin at all.
Oh man, you know, the thing is, people in the comments don't like anyone.
Yeah.
If they liked
In
anything,
general.
they wouldn't be watching it.
You see, but
True.
did you see the fucking like
I mean, I feel like
armed
people in the
agitators driving around the city?
oh, I did not see that.
Yeah,
I feel like people in the comments barely like me, you know?
I'll be honest with you. This rifle costs $3,000. You think I'm gonna miss out on a chance to flex that kind of money?
Yes, sir.
Oh, the brown berets are over here too.
Brown berets right here. Bertha, hey, can you answer this guy some questions?
Oh, hey, Bertha's been on the live before.
I put it underneath the paper.
Bertha is a community activist whom I've spoken with in the past because she's participated in events like these before. Again, so right now we're downtown Austin, Texas at Republic Square. There is the most amazing farmers market going on right now. I had no clue the beautiful farmers market happened here, but I'm glad I do now. I know now so that I could, you know, make my way here and there whenever, you know, I need to get some of that organic and delicious produce, bread, and whatever else I need to get for myself. So downtown Austin, Texas, Save the Children's March. The Brown Berets are here along with other groups like lowrider groups. I think that the crowd itself is not big, but the lowriders are plenty. So, hey, Julian, could you tell us what's going on today, man? Why we're marching?
Yeah, we're having a march for all the kids being sex trafficked, all the kids being kept in ice skated, and we're trying to put an end to that because we ain't having that shit no more. So we got all, you know, shout out to all my car club people, you know, everybody that knows me, they all brought their rides out, you know, just for this event, which I much appreciate all of y'all.
Great. So, are we marching or are we gonna all go? Go, cool.
You want me to hand these out?
No, that's for you.
Oh.
Thank you.
Oh, this is a newspaper. No. Okay. Where'd my boy go?
So, Save the Children from Sex Trafficking is today's march. I just got handed a newspaper, and like, you know, anything else, you deserve this newspaper as much as I do, because we're out here together, right? The idea is that I'm your eyes and ears, so if I got this newspaper, you got this newspaper too. It's called La Voz, The Voice in Spanish. It looks like it's a free newspaper because it does say it's free, highlighting different political activism movements in Austin and things to do if you are tired of being ignored by lobbyists and stuff. Check it out, guys. In the front cover, there's a picture of Paul Hernandez, who passed away recently. We were at his memorial with Ellie, who was a guest film person, and Paul Hernandez was a Latino activist here in Austin, Texas, who fought really hard to maintain some of the historical landmarks of East Austin, specifically Chicano Park, which is a Latino landmark in the east side of Austin. The east side of Austin in its entirety is like, you know, a community composed of minorities. People have been concerned about that particular part of town because they feel like it's being gentrified. A lot of people are being pushed out. Austin is exploding in terms of growth. It is not the city it was 5 years ago. It is not the city it was 10 years ago. And so a lot of people are being pushed out, you know. New buildings are being constructed. You know, a lot of apartment buildings are being torn down, like mine is going to be torn down, in favor of fancier, more quote-unquote attractive, apartments and whatnot. So, how's it going? So we got some lowriders in front of us. This march is about to start. I think we're headed towards the Capitol. I think we're gonna go around the farmers market, but Save the Children, downtown Austin, Texas. We're at Republic Square, just a couple blocks, like 2 blocks from City Hall, in case you may not be familiar with Republic Square, but I'm sure you're familiar with the location of City Hall. So for those of you just tuning in, wondering what we're looking at, aside from these beautiful vehicles, it is the Save Our Children's March taking place downtown Austin. We are headed towards the Capitol as far as I'm aware. There are many lowriders here. This is to save children from sex trafficking. It's a really Latino event for sure. There's a lot of really big Latino, Chicano activists present. Yeah, I'm trying to see who I can or can't talk to about the event, and then I'll let you guys know if I get an interview. Kind of distracted, sorry. I'm trying to figure out what's going on because people are getting on the street, but then they're not, but then they are. This march should start in just a little bit, but meanwhile, I just want to tell you guys I love you all. Take care, be safe. COVID is serious. I'm telling you, because my family members have been sick with COVID before, are sick with COVID. It is not good, it's not fun, and it's really dangerous. You know, so I'm just crossing my fingers that my family members that do have COVID recover expeditiously. Hey Bertha, could you tell us what's, I'm doing good. Could you tell us what's happening?
Well, today we are having a Save Our Children March for the children that are detained in ICE. We are trying to, again, bring awareness to our elected officials, to our community, that our brown children are still detained, being neglected, being abused. They have not been returned back to their families. We're asking for elected officials, our governor, the Trump administration, to release our children from ICE detention. So that's why we're here today, Austin, Texas.
Thank you so much.
You
I
being
appreciate
here.
it. Of course.
Now! Justice! Justice for our children!
So, that might sound like a police siren, but that is not a siren from the police. That is one of the sirens from one of the lowriders, as well as the sound. It sounds like they're speaking over an intercom, like the police with the protesters. But that is absolutely not the case at this moment. There's no police presence. There's only the presence of 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 lowriders, about 6 people marching towards the Capitol in order to abolish ICE specifically and save the children from ICE, Immigration and Customs Enforcement, if you're not familiar with the term ICE. So, right now, we're marching towards Colorado. We're heading east, not towards the Capitol. So, might have been wrong. In case you don't know, this is Austin, Texas, downtown. Save our children, lowrider drive and march. There are plenty of lowriders, I think up to 10 now, and there's about 10 protesters walking down the street. So not a terribly huge march, but the presence of the cars really makes it feel so much bigger in terms of, you know, presence and the amount of people here than it otherwise would feel. Having 10 cars driving down the road is definitely catching the attentions of people on the street. They're lowriders, they're older cars, they're all really older cars. And everything you hear behind me is their horns. I count more than 10 cars, not every single one of them lowriders, but this car right here, that car behind me, the car behind that, and the car behind that are all participating. So it's a huge car parade for sure. No question about it. Hi, do you mind if I ask you a couple questions?
I'm not good at being on
Oh, that's okay. No, no worries. You have a beautiful day, of course. No problem. So we are marching towards the Capitol now. We kind of did a U-turn, sort of. We're on 4th Street, so we're about 4 blocks away from the Capitol. There are so many cars. I'm falling a little bit behind. There's a motorcycle as well driving by the cars. But a bunch of lowriders, Save Our Children from ICE, Immigration and Customs Enforcement, more specifically, because I know there's like 2 different Save Our Children causes. One by QAnon, who was recently banned from Facebook, and the other from you know, people that are concerned about immigration enforcement in the United States.
Yeah, that's what they doing, bro.
Imagine he loads a refrigerator on there and then forgets about it and then lifts up the back of the truck. That'd be horrible. I feel like I would forget about it, or I would accidentally lift the back of the truck myself. I'm gonna try to catch up to the people in the front of this particular march towards the Capitol.
Hiram, we're allies of science. Help us slow the spread.
Oh, what is this?
Well, you know, masks aren't enough, so flatulence actually is spreading the coronavirus, and we need to plug up.
You plug up.
We need you and everyone else to plug up so they can be protected against this virus and stop the spread.
Basically, Hiram,
This is free PPE,
we're here as a
guys.
public service. We're handing out free PPE to raise awareness to the fact that flatulence spreads coronavirus. And we're raising awareness.
I saw that study actually.
We're giving out free PPE. Masks aren't enough. Please help us do our part to slow the spread. Thank you for being out here, Hiram.
Great. Thank you for your words. I appreciate it. Allies of Science, right?
We've got free anal plugs, free PPE, folks. Help us slow the spread. Help us slow the spread of coronavirus. Feel free to help yourself to some PPE, gentlemen.
Hi, y'all. We're Allies of Science here. Free PPE.
Free PPE. Come on back whenever your parade's finished.
So, have a good one, guys. So I think that, as funny as that is, it's an anti-mask, I think, protest. You know, and it reminds me a lot of the Cox Not Glocks movement at UT Austin. Campus carry was legalized, and students, as a result, started carrying phallic items to school because phallic items in specific were prohibited on campus. But, you know, students felt, well, you know, I can't carry a phallic item, but I can carry a gun. That's absurd. So they kind of tried to, you know, counter that. That way it feels the same in a lot of ways. But I'll tell you, I think it's worth it to wear your mask, to keep yourself safe, and to prevent death. My cousin passed away from COVID. It is absolutely no joke. It is absolutely not okay to affect others. I mean, man, it's dangerous. So for those of you just tuning in, we're downtown Austin, Texas with a Save Our Children car parade / march from Republic Square, which is near City Hall, to the Capitol, which is just a few blocks away. There's a lot of lowriders, primarily lowriders and a scooter participating in this march. There's about 10 people marching on foot, trying to get the message out. I want to interview some of these car guys, but they're driving. I feel like driving and interviewing is not a good idea today or at this moment. And it's not just Save Our Children and Save Our Children from ICE. This is separate from QAnon with Pizzagate and other Save Our Children, you know, movements. Hey man, are you walking with the march?
Hell yeah, brother.
What's happening, man? What brought you out here today?
Man, no reason at all, man. Hey, viva la raza, wey.
Yeah.
Come back.
Yeah, man. What's this march about? What's this march about?
I had no idea, but I know it's all my Mexicanos, my Mexicans. You know what I'm talking about? That's what I know. Shit.
Thanks, man. Any last comments?
Nah. Hey, I'll take a picture of that car, though.
Yeah, it's pretty nice.
My Raza right here. You know what I'm talking about?
Yeah.
All my Mexicanos.
Guys, we don't own those beautiful thump, 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 thump. Because I don't really know what song that is. I just hear thump, 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 thump. But thump or not, I don't own the music. Hi. Are you here with the march? No? Can I ask you some questions about it? Do you know what's happening?
No, we're from San Antonio. We just drove in to drive in a few minutes ago.
Can I ask you some questions about what you feel about what you're seeing and stuff? Do you mind?
I don't want to answer anything.
No. I mean, no worries if you don't want to. You know. Are you okay, or do you feel comfortable answering some questions?
This is the first time I come here to Austin.
Huh?
This is the first time I come here to Austin.
Well, I hope you enjoy it, and I hope it's been nice.
What is that protest that's going on?
I'm not sure. I'm gonna go check it out as well.
Oh, okay.
I think it's a memorial.
Oh, okay. Good luck.
Thank you. Likewise. So, hey guys, really quickly, I'm gonna walk across the street to see what's going on up here. I think this is connected, but I'm not sure. There's a lot of people here in front of the governor's mansion at the moment. Protesting something. I see a Trump 2020 flag. This might be a more conservative event. Hi, how's it going?
So are you live streaming?
Yeah, I'm live streaming.
Oh, okay. For what, news station or what?
Myself, I have my own personal page.
Oh yeah, what page?
It's called Hiram Gilberto.
Can you say that again?
Hiram Gilberto?
Hiram Gilberto?
Yes.
Okay. I like the setup. I'm gonna need one of these. Let me get a picture of that.
Of course, go ahead.
Got everything on there, bro. I think you've been getting out in the protests and the riots and stuff, right?
Yeah.
The peaceful protest.
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay. Yeah, because a friend of mine, he goes on and he goes back and forth to the channel, so I've seen you out there.
Thank you.
Thanks for, regardless of anything else, thank you for getting out and, at least covering everything that's going on in its entirety and letting people come to their own understanding. So I appreciate that.
Thank you.
Yeah. Oh, Mr. Morrow, a couple questions for you. Speaking of that, come here. Yes. Why is one of your Twitter quotes, I have been incredibly urged to make peanut butter off of Hillary Clinton?
It is horrible. Have you ever seen the doctor for that? I was looking for a doctor to stop that. It's just horrible. Yes.
You want to lick peanut butter off of Hillary Clinton?
I had these incredible urges years and years ago to lick peanut butter off of Hillary Clinton. I tried to find a specialist that would handle that. Thank God, I think I've gotten over that. But, it's a horrible disease,
You know what
Yeah.
Save our children, you know what I'm talking about?
Bro, I
Viva la raza.
Save our children.
Órale.
Save the
Órale,
children.
canal.
Save the children.
Órale, canal.
What do you know about Epstein?
Epstein?
Yeah, what you know about Epstein, bro?
You know what I'm talking about?
Oh, so you're not really part of the Save the Children movement? There's a movement, though. There's a movement.
¿Qué pasó?
I don't speak Spanish.
Oh, ¿qué pasó?
So they're confused because, again, two different Save Our Children movements, one by QAnon and one that's trying to save the children from ICE, and they're really confused about who's who and what's what.
We can have tests, we can have math.
Instead of yelling,
No, fuck no. Please go away from my kids.
Jesus loves you.
Please go away.
Wonder why conservatives are so upset with Abbott right now. But like you, I felt betrayed. I felt like the very guy that I had voted for and supported because I thought he would usher in conservative policies and turned his back on me. I don't know if any of you guys are Braveheart fans or not. You remember in the movie when Mel Gibson's playing William Wallace and he tackles the guy off the horse and he thinks he's got the enemy in his hands and the mask falls off and it's Robert the Bruce, supposed to be his brother in arms. And the look on his face of betrayal, that's how I felt. The difference between Robert the Bruce and Greg Abbott is that Robert the Bruce figured out he had done wrong and he pivoted. He turned from his wicked ways and he started fighting for freedom. Greg Abbott, month after month after month, has imprisoned our state. He's given orders that no dictator in Texas history, nobody in Texas history would have ever done, no dictator in history has done it.
So I'll come back to this in just a minute. I want to see the Save the Children's March across the street. That's what we were following originally. They didn't clash, but both things are happening at the same time, right across the street from each other. This is a more Trump no mask, no vaccine type event. Across the street is a abolish ICE event. We'll walk back and forth between the two. I'll probably get some interviews over there, but since I started here, I'm gonna go back and get those interviews and get some of the coverage of what's really happening here. I think this is a third movement now too. So no masks across the street, anti-vaccine, pro-Trump, save the children. Now I see pardon Crystal Mason.
Pardon Crystal Mason. We're
So
here for Crystal Mason.
three different things. Could you tell me why you're out here today?
We're out here because the governor, the city of Fort Worth, the DA in Fort Worth, has wrongfully convicted Crystal Mason of voter fraud. Crystal Mason didn't even vote. She submitted a provisionary ballot that does not count as she thought was her right. The DA of Tarrant County said it is not her right and is opting to try to put Crystal in prison for 5 years for simply exercising what she understood to be her right to vote.
And so you're asking for a pardon?
We're asking that Governor Greg Abbott pardon her if he has the ability, the audacity, the empathy to change the law to satisfy Shelley Luther, then he can pardon Crystal Mason.
And you guys come from Dallas?
Yes, Fort Worth and Dallas.
Well, thank you so much for speaking with me. I really appreciate it.
You're more than welcome. Who are you?
I'm Hiram, and you can find me on Facebook as ImHiram.
Okay.
I'm just an independent journalist. I do unbiased coverage of movements here in Austin, Texas. When did this happen with the Crystal Mason?
This has been going on for about a year and a half. So she voted the provisionary ballot, and the DA found out and tried to, and has attempted to prosecute her.
Thank you so much. I appreciate it.
Thank you, Hiram.
I don't own those thumps, so you know I don't own that music. As thumpy as it is. So Crystal Mason over here, they're asking for Greg Abbott to pardon Crystal Mason. They're asking to save the children. They're asking to get rid of masks and vaccines.
And they're fucking retarded. Hiram, you riding with us to the car show?
You going to the car show right now?
Yeah, you can go. I'll take you around the cars.
I think I'll meet you there. Text me the address of the place.
Alright.
Cause I gotta get my car, otherwise it's gonna get towed.
I can get someone to take you over there real quick. Let me know where you're at. Are you parked on over there?
Yeah, no, I'll be okay. I can grab a scooter back. Thanks, man.
Car show, let's go. DPS ran us off. Fuck it, DPS ran us off. Right now, DPS wants to get the fuck out.
I'm good. I think I'm good. No, I mean, what? Tell me a little bit more about you.
Ash's got equipment to live stream from our account.
Yeah.
What
So I mean, hang on, I'm confused. You asking me what I want, or like?
We're the organization's one of the lawyers for the organization. You know why you know from the communications department here to assist in any way. You know, like our person.
Oh, I'm not.
Oh, sorry.
But I mean, man, I don't know. I'm not.
Are you a reporter?
Yeah, I'm an independent journalist. I own my own business. I'm glad that you guys are here.
Hey, DPS ran us off. We trying to do something for the kids.
If you need any sources or whatever later.
It's good, yeah. So right now I'm gonna stick around here. I'm gonna stick around in this area. I'm not gonna go to the car show quite yet. There's absolutely no need for me to head to the car show. I'm actually probably gonna head home soon. I gotta go. I got some family matters to take care of. So I won't be here for terribly long. I'm gonna try to stick around for a little longer. But again, I have some family matters to attend to just about afternoon. So I'll keep you guys in the loop. But we got Crystal Mason here. The Save the Children's March is headed towards a car show with all their wonderful lowriders. And we got the anti-mask, free the Texas, open up Texas movement right across from here. The Crystal Mason movement is moving up towards the governor's mansion as well, right behind me. So now there's two things going on. Pardon Crystal Mason, anti-mask. You see, I've asked this lady some questions. Hi, how are you? How are you doing today?
I'm doing good.
What are we doing out here? What are we
Freedom.
Freedom.
It's no more Republican versus Democrat. This is freedom versus tyranny. The corrupt government that has been here for decades has suppressed the people. The corrupt government that has been here for a very long time has wanted the black and the brown people to remain poor, to be in poverty. That's why they brought the drugs. That's why they have these rappers singing all these songs. Oh, we're badass, you know, we're pimping, we're drugging, we're gunning, you know, so that it could be brainwashed into the individuals of black and brown people, so that they would want to live that life and think, oh, I'm gonna be rich and I'm gonna have money, you know, I'm rapping and I got gold and I got this and I got that. You know what? You know who created that? The Democrats created that shit. The Democrats created that because they didn't want the black and brown people to come up. They never have. That's why they provided us with food stamps. That's why they provided us with housing, because they want to keep us down. They want to keep us down on the ground. The Democrats have done this for decades. The Democrats are the racists. So all of you people that think that Trump's the racist, why don't you go look up Biden's crime bill, 1994 crime bill, that put more black and brown people in prisons intentionally. You know why they put them in prisons? Because the Democrats had paid prisons, profit prisons, and they needed more people, the black and brown people, to come into the prisons. So what did they do? Opioids, drugs, and the drugs were brought in, how? Through Mexico. They were brought in through Mexico with the drug cartels over there with their corruption. Y'all need to look and research, because there's more than meets the eye. This CNN, ABC, NBC, they're all lying to you. They're lying to you. You know why? Because I was on food stamps. I was on housing. I was a single parent with 3 kids. And you know what? I was working a good job, but when I got raises, and I would work a second job, you know what the food stamp told me? You're gonna get less food stamps. You're gonna get less housing, so you gotta pay more rent. How is that helping me?
And
that didn't help me.
And I want to know, like, where do you usually get this information, like, about?
I don't look at news no more. I don't watch the news station. The news is all fake. All the news is fake. They're doing it to keep the people down and divided. All this that's going on, they're causing division. They're causing division right now. They want us to be divided. Fuck them.
You good, man? You good?
Fuck them. All the corrupt government is going down. All the corruption in their government is going down. And you know what? Donald Trump is doing it. That's why the media is so focused on racism. They're playing the racism card because Trump is dismantling them as we speak. Since 2016, Democrat and Republican congressmen, mayors, city council have been arrested for pedophilia, for sex trafficking.
What do you feel about COVID and masks? You don't believe in COVID?
I believe it's a virus. I believe that it's strong like the flu. I have not worn a mask since it started, and I've hugged every single person of COVID. Every single person. What happened? Out of 100, a little over 100 people that I knew that had COVID, 1 died. And you know why he died? Because he was coughing, couldn't breathe, so they said, we're gonna sedate you. They sedated him and put him on a damn ventilator.
Perfect. Thank you.
3 days later, he died on a fucking ventilator. He did not even need to be sedated and put on a ventilator. That's bullshit. They are killing the people. And you know which people they're killing? Take a guess. The people that are on Medicare and Medicaid. Well, who the fuck's on Medicare and Medicaid? Majority? Black and brown people.
Any last comments?
You know what? Look into Trump. I know a lot of people think he's racist because of this damn fucking CNN fake bullshit. They're feeding off your feelings. Look at the way they talk to you. Look at the way they talk about your feelings. Hey, I have feelings. I love everybody. We're all American. We're not different colors, different races. We're all American, and we should be there for one another. We should be united, not divided. And that's what the Democrats want to do. They want to divide us. They're dividing us by using social media, by Facebook, Twitter, by CNN. They're dividing us. Don't let it happen anymore. Once we're united, we won. We won, and all those motherfuckers are going down.
Thank you. I appreciate your words. Have a good day.
Yes, you too, sir.
So, we're downtown Austin, Texas, right in front of the governor's mansion at this moment. We march with the Save the Children's March / Abolish ICE, not the QAnon Save the Children, but the Latino Abolish ICE Save the Children from Cages March. Then we came up to the Capitol. We started at Republic Square, and we met up with a group here in front of the governor's mansion protesting masks and COVID. And then right down here, yet another group showed up who was demanding justice for Crystal Mason, more specifically asking Greg Abbott to pardon Crystal Mason from any crimes she might have been convicted of. So 3 events in one, guys, really, today, which is incredibly interesting.
We made sure that Planned Parenthood and all the abortion facilities could be think about that for a while, the principles of good government. And then we shut our hospitals down, waiting for the COVID patients that barely showed up, while we ended up killing more Texans by not being able to get to the hospital than what was going into the hospital until we got them reopened. And then we had a pharmacy board that stood in the way. Of doctors being able to prescribe
a child rapist
drugs.
as a lawyer.
Hydroxychloroquine.
Should know all about it.
Until we got that changed. And then we had the Texas Medical Board that stepped in the way. It was not allowing our doctors, was persecuting our doctors till we got them to change that. So, but we found now that those countries that allowed hydroxychloroquine had a death rate of 10% of what we've had here in Texas. So our bureaucrats right here in Austin are responsible for 90% of the 16,000 Texans that have died. They died unnecessarily because our government got in the way. Folks, let's look. It's just as disappointing to me as the actions and inactions have been taken by the government. It's by those people that are not here today, that are cowering in the corner of their basement with their mask on, that are down kneeling and saying, oh my gosh, I'm scared to death. Well, we scared them to death.
Don't give him no attention. Don't give him any attention.
Do not touch my hand or my phone.
Okay?
Donald Trump is a child rapist.
Hey, if you can't handle being around him, if he's getting you that World Cup, go over there.
I'm sorry.
And we have an obligation to show. Our good friend Todd Hopper and Sam Rinaldi, Rick Green, all pointed out the fact that we come from a long line of patriots and a lot of blood has been spilled to give us our liberty that we have here today. That is what government is here for, is to protect your rights and your liberty.
He wasn't Abbott, and he were in Texas. Woman.
Vote third party.
God, y'all voted for Abbott, and that's what you got. You got what you voted for. You
that ranks 17th in the world in military power.
I'm a politician.
Idiot.
I'm a politician.
You're a dumbass. You're an idiot.
Joke, but no one's laughing, dude.
But he's getting exactly what he wants, a bunch of attention.
We cannot forget that. We have got to stand up for our liberty. Get out, vote now. This time, out of Texas.
Are you police? Go back. Are you police? Are you policeman? Go back. Are you on duty? Are you on duty? I'm right here. You can do that. If you're not a policeman, you can do anything. Are you a policeman? Are you
I'm gonna make sure that you understand me the next time I tell you. You need to back off.
Where'd I go?
Excuse me? Where do you go? Just step back a little bit further. This isn't for purpose.
People are trying to steal my sign.
Who?
People in the crowd. They're grabbing my sign.
Thank you. All right, I will stand here and make damn sure they don't take your sign.
They tried to do that.
Sir, I stood with him. Nobody was trying to steal his sign. I stood with him, and I made sure they took their hands off of it. So he's okay. Okay.
Make sure he doesn't get that sign stolen.
Thank you.
All right, folks, you know, we look at those stickers and we think about our firearms. But in the last 6 months, our governor has come and he has taken your right to your freedom to assemble. He has come and taken that. Your right to worship, he has come and taken that. Did you know in the Texas Constitutional you have a constitutional right to access to the Gulf Coast beach? Did you know that? That is in the Texas Constitution. The governor of Abbott let the leaders of those cities down there close our beaches. They came and they took it. So take another look at your come and take it sticker. If you're just saving it for guns, please don't let them take any more. Don't let them take any more. Free Texas now. Free Texas now. Free Texas now! 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 If he doesn't want to say anything, but one of the real patriots for the Lone Star State, Jim Graham from Texas Right to Life. Right at Jim Graham. There he is. He's now mad at me. What I'd like everybody to do, let's all walk around the outside of the governor's mansion shouting, "Free Texas now! Free 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 Texas now!
Hi, could I ask you a couple questions? Do you mind? No. I wanted to know what brought you out here today.
We believe in liberty, not tyranny. We want Texas open like other conservative states are. We don't want to be treated like California.
Do you have any concern for COVID at all? Do you feel like it could be a dangerous disease?
I think it can if you're vulnerable and you're not healthy, and even if it is, there's a 99-point-something% rehabilitation and cure. So we don't have to be afraid of it, and we can't let it dominate our lives.
Great. Great. Do you have any last comments? Anything you'd like to leave with?
I just say open Texas now, Governor Abbott. Quit acting like you're in California.
Thank you so much.
No, I was out here.
Is that going to be, where is that?
This is on Facebook. I'm an independent, unbiased journalist. I don't edit anything. It all goes just as just as you saw it happen on camera. Yeah.
How do I see it?
So if you look up ImHiram, ImHiram on Facebook, you'll find me. Or you could Google it, you'll find me too. No worries. So there's quite a few things happening right now. There's two different things right now. There's a free Crystal Mason event, and then there's a anti-mask event right behind me. I'm gonna quickly follow the anti-mask event since I think they're about to end, and then I'll jump with the Crystal Mason pardoning event, who I think they're about to get started here in front of the Texas mansion. But they're gonna walk around the block. I doubt they're gonna walk that far. There's a lot of folks here, and I don't think they're gonna make them all walk that much. How's it going, officer? Do you mind answering some questions on camera?
No, sir, we got the officers for that.
Thank you.
You're welcome.
Do you like this march?
You need to keep on walking, sir. Please.
I can't stand here.
I'm do my traffic control, so let's go. I'm off the streets and people are
Free Texas now! 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 Free Texas now!
So, if you guys don't know, I started by following a Save the Children's March, abolish ICE essentially. You know, an anti-ICE, anti-immigration, not anti-immigration, but anti-kids in cages march. We marched down to the Capitol from Republic Square. When I got here in front of the governor's mansion, this was happening too. I had no clue that this was taking place right now. I had no clue that they were here, but I came down. The people that were marching for Save the Children left to a car show. So I came and I thought I'd cover a little bit of this as well. So that's how I ended up here. It's like a free Texas anti-mask event. Very pro-Trump for sure. I'll get more interviews as I go along.
Free Texas now! 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 Free Texas now!
Just so you know, the Free the Children March, they headed down to a car show. There's a lot of lowriders that were part of the march. So it turned more into a car show, and I really couldn't follow it because it was taking place somewhere else. And I have my car here, and it's just logistically really difficult. But this was happening, so a good time to cover something here in Texas.
Free Texas now! Free Texas now! Free Texas now! Free Texas now!
Hi, could I ask you a few questions? Do you mind?
Yes, right.
So, what brought you out here today, and what do you hope to see come from this?
We're really sick of the mask. They divide us. We are not, we know how to act, you know, responsibly. We want the mask gone. So that's why I came out.
And
it's important to us. We want them to let it go and stop the mask.
Are you worried about COVID at all?
No, not at all.
Free Texas now! Free Texas now!
Free Texas because look how fast President Trump was healed. We don't have to fear this.
Free Texas now!
Yes.
Free Texas now! Free Texas now! Free Texas now! Free Texas now!
Thank you so much for your words. I appreciate it.
Now!
Just so you know, I'm a completely unbiased journalist.
Good.
I post the video as you see it. You know, my lives are really long. They don't stop.
Do you have a card? Are you doing service?
I don't have a card, but if you go to ImHiram on Facebook, ImHiram.
ImHiram?
Yeah. H-I-R-A-M.
H-I-R-A-M.
Yes, ma'am. Thank you. Likewise. What is that? No, I'm good. Thank you.
Free Texas now! 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 Free Texas now!
Ooh, Alex Jones is here, guys. No way. We caught him.
Free Texas now! Free Texas now! Free Texas now! We're here! We're here! Well, you're here in defiance of the Bill Gates UN lockdown, and I salute you! Governor Abbott, we love you, America. We love you, Texas. And we salute you for being out here. That's why we're with you. But I got a quick message for the governor. I'm a little less mad at him than I was actually a few months ago because we got documents that came out through a major investigation by law enforcement, law firms, and computer scientists.
Yes, sir.
The communist Chinese, when he wasn't going to lock the state down, hit Boris Johnson of the UK, and they hit Trump, and he didn't follow it, and they hit Governor Abbott, who's come out with hundreds of millions of fake bots saying they were pissed off Americans and they wanted a lockdown. And so it's now come out in the investigation that you heard about election meddling by the Russians that turned out to be fake. This was real communist Chinese with English-speaking PR firms working for them with Twitter, Facebook, and Google and Apple letting them hit the Texas governor, the Prime Minister of England with billions of fake emails and texts. So Governor Abbott got buffaloed by that. But now he's got a chance. Now he's got a chance, folks, to turn back and do the right thing, Abbott, and to free Texas now. Free Texas now. Free Texas now. Oh, both good job. Free Texas now. 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 Now our message to Governor Abbott, let me get it to him. Our message to Governor Abbott is this. We now know that they've exaggerated the COVID-19 deaths 99.9%. We now know they've had false testing that counted folks that died of other things as COVID deaths. And it's time to end the COVID hoax and the COVID power grab now. End the lockdown now. End the lockdown now. And arrest Bill Gates. Arrest Bill Gates. Arrest Bill Gates. Texas now. Arrest Bill Gates. 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 Come on, guys.
Hi, can I
Texas now!
ask you some questions? Do you mind?
Free Texas now!
What was that?
Free Texas now!
I really do want to. What brings you out here today?
I'm a Texan and I'm a human being, and the masking is fake. It's been fake from the beginning. The COVID is fake. It's a flu. It's very dangerous, but it's not anything of what these people are making out of it. I'm so disappointed that our governor of Texas has gone along with this scam for so long. And he needs to open Texas, and he needs to explain what he's done.
And what is your concern when it comes to COVID? Are you worried about it at all?
Worried about it as in I would be worried about a flu, but that's what it is. I mean, nobody wants anybody to get sick, but there's so many people. The business is out of work. People committed suicide. They're depressed. They're addicted. I mean, you don't ruin everybody's life to save a few people for their health concerns.
And do you believe the numbers that, when they say that 200,000 people died of COVID?
Absolutely not. Those numbers are made of very small percentage is COVID only. Almost all the percentage, probably 90% or even more, is COVID tested positive on top of some other underlying health condition. Additionally, tested positive does not always mean asymptomatic. It does not even mean they have the virus. All these probable cases that they came up with, again, are scam. So, no, I don't believe it at all.
Thank you. I appreciate it.
Where's this going?
This is going to Facebook. I'm Hiram, if you would like to look it up. I'm HIRAM. What was that?
You want to say anything?
No, I think I'm fine for now, but I appreciate your words.
I'm doing this for pictures.
Thank you. Appreciate it. So I'll probably head down to the car show in just a little bit. I'm just here filming this event. It happened to meet at the same place as the Save the Children's March that I was filming earlier. Alex Jones showed up with this crowd. This crowd is anti-mask. They're demanding that they open up Texas. They marched around the governor's mansion. They're trying to get Greg Abbott's attention here at this moment. So, but this started with the car show. There's a car show right now going on. Save the Children. After the Save the Children March, I think they might be the same event. I'm not sure though. I thought they weren't. I thought they just were headed to an unrelated car show after this, but I'm gonna try to make it there after I cover this just for a little bit. You saw Alex Jones just show up encouraging these people to continue their protest, essentially just telling them they were doing a good job. So I don't think this is political. I think COVID's actually dangerous. Just because I've had COVID, I got sick and it wasn't the flu for me. My cousin died. My grandma was also diagnosed with COVID. I mean, I'm concerned about COVID personally because I've had it. Family members of mine have died because of it. So
we don't need any,
certainly interesting to see people stand up against COVID in a very political way. I don't know. It's anything could be political. Really, honestly, I mean, because it really all is political at the end of the day, right? So.
this one over here to look at.
I want to find. Let's see if we can find Matt. Where's that? Where's he at?
Can we go over there and find out? Hey, let me get my phone stuff just in case.
Still using the original protocol. No early treatment.
Walk around that way.
Every person I know that's had COVID has been sent home with no medication. When we know all these things, why is the CDC still giving us
It looks like these state troopers are setting up in front of the governor's mansion to prevent anything from potentially happening with these protesters. They're also setting up right here. Hi, can I ask you some questions? Looks like none of these officers are allowed to speak, and I know they won't speak unless they're allowed to, just following orders. So I'll probably look for somebody else to interview. They're absolutely here, very obviously, to, protect the governor's mansion. They're setting up a perimeter around the mansion so that these protesters don't jump the fence. I don't know. I don't know what these protesters might have in mind, but
Never, ever see you this guys. Okay, all
So before anything, I'm gonna go ask some of the people at the Pardon Mason event. Right, it's going on right here as well. What's happening, how they feel and stuff, and
I think that's been on the table as for discussion, but I don't know the status of that. I think the government threw that out there, maybe to look at next year, but I'm not sure.
But you're right about education. The thing that really got to me is there was a guy in New York City, very sharp, wanting to become a police officer in New York City.
Okay.
His IQ was too high. So he took it to court, and then he took it to, I think, a Supreme Court, which is much lower than the highest court. And they said, please take it to the Supreme Court of the U.S. And he said, I've been fighting this for almost 3 years.
Wow.
With the money and time it's caused me. If they don't want me because my IQ is too high for the police department, he said, I'm not going to fight it.
I didn't have that problem myself.
Oh, yes, you did. They just allowed you on here. They weren't prejudiced.
How are you doing, sir?
I'm well.
Good. Who are you with?
I'm independent.
Okay. Just checking out what's happening, huh?
Yeah, pretty much.
What kind of independent? Do you have your own YouTube?
Yeah, I have my own Facebook page and LLC. It's called ImHiram.
I'm Hiram?
Yes, ma'am.
Well, you're going to have to text me so I can look at it.
Yeah, I'd be happy to.
Thank you, guys. Thanks so much. I want to know the page. I'm excited. So, am I just calling you?
Yeah, that's fine.
Oh, let's
Okay. And I go by ET, so now you have an ET's phone number.
Great. Thank you so much. I appreciate
Yeah, I wanna
it.
see your-
Be careful out there. Stay independent.
Hi guys. How are you? Hi, how's it going? Do you mind answering some questions on camera? What was that? Oh, yeah, go ahead. Go ahead.
Where's your proof?
When you're wearing, you got a goofy little face shield on. What are you, a welder?
And everybody was saying
Nobody got his on today? That's crazy. What are you guys doing? I think you guys don't live in fear. I think you guys don't live in fear.
I have a question, man. I have a question. Are you stand for this, brother? What's that? You stand for this? What is that? Let's together we rise, everybody. I'm with that. You're with that?
I'm with that unity right
I have
there.
a question, man.
Yeah.
So then why do you sit here and then you shoot that down to somebody like that, bro? We gotta uplift people.
This guy has a sign.
It doesn't matter what his sign is, dog. You should still tell him I love you, bro. I don't agree with you, but
All
I
right,
love
fair
you.
enough. Fair enough. You're right. I apologize to you, sir. I'm going to pray for you.
There you go.
I'm going to pray for you.
Hey, can you do a favor?
You're right, sir.
Can you do a favor?
Sure.
Can you come down and just shake his hand or give him a hug? Or give me a hug.
I'll be down eventually. I'll be down
give me
eventually.
some
All right. You know what? This gentleman's right. We need to be nicer to these people.
In his place.
We need to be nicer to these people. We need to show them how we're the side of love and tolerance. And
Don't
they're the
spread
side
hate,
of
bro.
hate.
Spread love. Regardless of
You're right, sir.
Look, I don't agree with a lot of his stances, but at the end of the day, this is still my dog.
I hear
You know
you.
what I'm saying? At the
Yeah.
end of the day, I'm
Mark.
still gonna shake his
Thank you,
hand.
Mark. I
At the end of the day,
appreciate
someone
that.
comes try hurting him, I'm gonna fuck him up.
anybody that's down with
Hopefully nobody tries to do that.
Ain't nobody gonna do that.
Hopefully nobody tries to do that.
Hey, you know, I was watching your thing earlier, but the Lone Rider thing over.
Yeah.
That's when I came down here.
Oh, they're hang on. Here you go. Look.
Oh, word?
Yeah.
They go to Toronto Park.
They have like a
Oh, they probably went to Toronto Park. Oh, word, my man. Oh yeah, I'm Paulie. I came and hollered at you after the armed black march.
Oh, nice.
Yeah. I don't know if you remember. Like, I was just saying what's up real quick. Yeah, I was saying I appreciate you and shit.
Yeah, man. Take care. Well, thanks for coming by. And I hope
Indeed.
you find a
What was that address again? It was 290. It was on 290. Sorry, brother.
No.
90.
Do you want to take a picture of it?
Yeah, my man. Appreciate you.
You got your camera out right there.
Yeah, it's on the Instagram.
Got it, Brian. Jason, you just missed that.
What?
My man, appreciate you, brother. Be safe, man.
He's missing everything. For real. He's missing everything.
Yep. Hey guys. Hi, how are you? Doing well. I want to see if I ask somebody. I already spoke to somebody about Crystal Mason, but if somebody could reiterate some of the things that you guys are doing out here and stuff, that would be super awesome. I'm an independent journalist. This goes on my personal, well, not my personal, but a page that I created. It's all unedited. It's live. Just trying to learn as much as I can about why people are out here. So if you guys are interested, it'd be super cool if maybe one of you could, answer some questions. I spoke to somebody already. Yeah. Where is she? Oh, okay. Yeah, I'll talk to Crystal.
Put it on our website and let people know about it. Okay, awesome.
All right. Yeah, we were part of the Save Our Children March. And we just seen y'all over here. We seen y'all pull up. We're gonna go over there too.
Hi.
Yeah.
Could I?
We're gonna pray.
All right.
Jesus answers prayer.
There you go.
I just took a picture and I'm gonna post it on the web. I feel the Holy Ghost. I'm telling you, there ain't no God like our God. He can do what the impossible, girl. Okay, I'm gonna post it now.
Yes, ma'am. Thank you.
Hi.
He's got the ultimate say.
Hi. Could I ask you some questions about Crystal Mason? I spoke with somebody earlier, but since then a lot of people. So this is live. A lot of people have joined, and a lot of people have trying to figure out who's who, and what's going on, and I just wanted some information, maybe how people could support you, what's happened with Crystal Mason, who you are, whatever, honestly you feel people need to know about why you're out here today.
My name is Crystal Mason. I was sentenced to 5 years for illegally voting. I filled out a provisional ballot that was rejected, and I'm right now today fighting for my freedom. My attorney can tell you a little bit more about the status of where I am in the criminal system.
Yeah, that would be amazing.
So, Crystal was convicted of illegally voting for casting a provisional ballot in the 2016 general election. She was sentenced to 5 years in prison, and our first appeal was denied, and we are currently in the midst of drafting an appeal to the Texas Court of Criminal Appeals. And we are here today to request a pardon for Crystal from Governor Greg Abbott. We firmly believe that Crystal did not commit a crime. Crystal had no clue that she was not eligible to vote. And so obviously casting a provisional ballot isn't even voting. So we are here to request that Governor Abbott grant Crystal a pardon. As in the case with Shelley Luther, he changed his own order to assure that Shelley did not serve any time in jail. So obviously he has indicated that he is willing to look out for a single mother of 3. Crystal also is a mother of 3, and she's requesting that Greg Abbott do the right thing and pardon her for being unlawfully convicted of illegally voting.
And how easily could this happen to other people? Like, how is the law confusing?
The law is quite ambiguous when it comes to Crystal's situation, but in Tarrant County, in the 2016 election, there were approximately 4,500 provisional ballots cast, and almost 4,000 of them, 3,990, were rejected, which means that those folks obviously were not eligible to vote. Crystal was the only person put on trial and convicted. But 3,900, almost 4,000 of those votes were not, those voters were not eligible.
And what do you feel maybe put Crystal in a spot where she was maybe unfairly targeted by this particular, circumstance?
The color of her skin.
And how can people support? How can people help? If they're interested in helping and supporting the cause.
Actually, we would like for people to contact Governor Abbott to demand a pardon for Crystal. Like I said, if he can do it for Shelley Luther, he can do it for Crystal Mason. He has the authority and the power, and it is the right thing to do.
Yeah. Well, I really appreciate it. I appreciate your words. Do you have any last comments? Anything you would like to leave with?
Vote. 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 Bring a friend. Vote.
Well, thank you so much, you guys. Have a beautiful day. Take care. Really appreciate it. So, you know, that's kind of what's happening here. And again, it's happening along with this Trump anti-mask event, you know, here in front of the governor's mansion downtown Austin, Texas. It's about 12:19. We're gonna do about we'll do about 10 more minutes of this, and then we'll be cutting the feed. So thank you guys for joining so far. There's a lot of people that are curious about Crystal Mason that are coming down from the Trump event to ask what these individuals down here are doing. They got a table set up. Crystal Mason is here along with her attorney looking for that pardon, given that provisional voting ballot that was rejected and she was tried for because she was ineligible to vote. So.
Making them stand down and be the victims to a bunch of radical left-wing terrorists that roam our streets every night.
I don't know, the way they're killing people, I think they should be out of there. We should take away all funding, defund the police and mine. They killing black lives. All lives matter, they killing white lives too.
They're letting you know this.
Any cop that kills any life, black, white, Mexican, green, purple,
I'm noticing something else about this crowd. Does anybody in this crowd support Donald Trump? Do you guys remember in 2015 and 2016 when the media was telling us to hate Trump? You remember that? Remember when the media was telling us all these bad things about Trump, and he'd get us into wars, and he'd crash the stock market, he'd be in over his head. Remember all that? Yes. Remember all those lies? And now what are they lying to us about? They're claiming there's a pandemic happening. There's no pandemic, folks. The death rate in the United States has been on the same trend for 10 years.
Well, guys, so that's what's happening right now downtown in Austin, Texas, in front of the governor's mansion, across the street from the capital of Austin, Texas. I do have some family matters to take care of. I know I said 10 minutes, but actually, I just got word that I actually need to probably leave now. So, again, thank you guys for joining us. It started as a Save the Children's March, Abolish ICE, not the QAnon Save the Children, but the Latino Abolish ICE, Get Kids Out of Cages March with lowriders. Those lowriders went to a car show. I couldn't immediately join them because I have my vehicle here, and this particular event is taking place elsewhere. You also have, you know, what I wasn't aware of, the anti-mask protests on this side. Had no clue it was happening, but once we got here from the Save the Children's March, I noticed there was a lot of people here, so we got a little bit of coverage of that. Yeah, so that's what's the scoop. Yes, ma'am.
I didn't give you the information to my organization.
Oh yeah, go ahead.
To keep updates on Crystal case, you can text Justice, the number 4, Crystal, to 555-888. Also, on her GoFundMe account, you can put in hashtag Justice, the number 4, Crystal. Thank you.
Thank you so much. You guys Have a beautiful day. So, thank you guys for joining. I hope you have a beautiful day. Gotta go take care of my family. Family comes first. Hope you guys enjoyed today's coverage. And I hope that you guys continue tuning in as we find more things to cover, more places to be. I couldn't do this without you. Your donations make this possible. I have the equipment. I have what I need thanks to every single last one of you who have contributed and those just that just watch, man. We've come so far. You know, it is Sunday, downtown Austin, Texas. We had 3 events overlap. Partnering for Crystal Mason. We had the Save the Children's Abolish ICE movement, and we had an anti-mask Free Texas movement as well. All happening within, you know, a block or less than a block from each other. So again, thank you so much, everyone. You guys have a beautiful day. Take care. Be safe. I love you. It's Saturday. I'll see if I can make it to the Save the Children's car show, but like I said, I just got word. I thought I'd be able to be out here longer, but I just got word that, you know, I need to go attend to some family matters. So try to balance things out, guys. It's you know, it's my family as well that needs attention. So wonderful Saturday. I love every single one of you. We preach love. We preach conversation, communication, civil discourse, and civic responsibility. Vote, be involved. You know, whatever you vote for, whoever you vote for, just be informed. Create your own opinions. Don't let me tell you what to think. You know, you create your opinion based on what you've seen today from these different movements. So again, thank you so much, and I hope that every single one of you guys has a beautiful Saturday.